At last we can rest from all the thrills of the universe.
Absolutely, Skyler. I've started to get the hang of just relaxing by a cliff as the waves go by. I wish this could be like this every day.
It's better to take a moment in for a while rather than waste it. Hey, Doctor, are we ready to go now?
Almost there, just need to give it a few finishing touches.
Oh, you've been saying that for the last 3 minutes.
Always good to do some minor checks just before we head off in case we missed out on anything. I think by now we're ready to leave.
Well, it was fun being here for a good while. Hopefully we can come back again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd definitely be up for a swim next time.
So, any clues where you're planning to take us next?
Honestly, I don't know, Skyler. I think since we've been going to so many places recently, I've never really gotten the chance to actually show you around the Tardis a bit more.
Or even some flying lessons on how the TARDIS works. You've never let me touch the controls.
The last time I gave anyone the privilege to control the ship, it ended up crashing in the middle of a soccer match between Liverpool and Manchester in 1985.
This time we'll be very careful with the ship. I pinky promise you.
I'll make it easy for you by setting it to basic mode.
Basic? Why? Because we're children to you?
Absolutely not. It's not like having a learner's permit when driving a car. You first want to get the hang of it a bit, or you'll end up crashing it on the first day. Right here, my dear friends. Who would like to go first?
Count me in first. I've been around the longest, so, I think I should be the first one to have the first turn.
Why not ladies first for a change?
No need to fight, you two. Everyone gets a turn. Skyler, I'll let you go first.
Thank you, kind sir. Doctor? Was that supposed to happen?
I wouldn't think so. Something must have gone wrong.
What's happening?
I don't know, Skyler. Something's taking control of the TARDIS.
Well, this is a blast. If only you put seatbelts in when I asked you to.
Again, I was heavily busy at that time. We seem to be caught in some sort of temporal anomaly. The scanner's going like crazy here. Best we try and gain control before it's too late.
It best we hold on.
Kreig, wake up!
What? What happened?
I don't know. The last thing I remember was the explosion that happened in the TARDIS, and then I woke up right here.
Where are we, Skyler?
Beats me, but it looks similar to the TARDIS. We must be in one of the corridors.
Voice interface enabled.
Hey, Doctor, there you are. Where even are you?
I am not the doctor. I am a voice interface.
Okay, TARDIS hologram thing or whatever. Could you mind telling us what on earth is going on?
Yeah, and what even is that ringing noise?
That would be the sound of the cloister bell. As of right now, the TARDIS has been severely damaged from what is to be believed an unknown source that is looming through the cloister room. The only place the ship has materialized is the edge of the universe.
So basically, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, that's not great. Also, any explanation of why we're in the middle of one of those random corridors?
The main control room will be unable to be accessed for a while due to the radiation levels inside. It is, however, repairing itself.
And how long is that going to take?
Honestly, I can't tell. Time passes quite quickly if you've lived in this ship for 1,000,000 years.
So, you don't know, do you?
Unfortunately, no, Kreig. However, there are some safe spots that you could easily get to. One of them being the secondary control room, which may help you find where the doctor is.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to find our way there.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Now, before you start making your way to the secondary console room, I should try and warn you. This place is a lot like a labyrinth maze, meaning all sorts of rooms could change in the corridors. It may even lead you to uncertain places around the ship.
But how will we tell which way we're going?
That's a mystery you'll have to solve later. For now, just focus on getting back to the console room. And be cautious. The Tardis is in a very vulnerable state. There's something else you also need to know. Beware of the entity who has taken over the ship. It may have even taken over the Doctor.
The entity? What does that even mean?
I don't know, but I have a feeling we're about to find out. You know, Kreig, do you ever think about what happens after all this?
You mean after we fix the TARDIS and find the Doctor?
That too, but also after the Doctor. The time we're starting to get a little bit too old for it and we just move on.
Sometimes it's hard not to, especially with everything that's been happening lately.
I always imagined living a normal life, settling down, maybe starting a family. Something that I've always hoped one day to ever happen since dealing with the wolf kind.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a tempting thought, especially when you consider all the risks and dangers we face out there. But then, I think about all the incredible things we've experienced together. The places we've seen, the people we've met. I can't imagine giving that up.
Me neither. Despite everything, I wouldn't trade our time in the TARDIS for anything. It's been unforgettable. Look, we may not be with the Doctor forever, but the experiences we had will stay with us. And who knows? Maybe one day we'll look back on this and realize it was an adventure of a lifetime.
Look, Skyler! This must be the secondary console room!
It looks a lot more brighter than the usual console that we have. Well, that looks cool having the console held up from the ceiling.
I may not know much about touching TARDIS buttons, but if we can access the controls here, we might be able to plot a course to the cloister room.
Well, let's see if we can find the map of the TARDIS. It should help us navigate to the cloister room more efficiently. I got it! Now let's see. If we take this route through the library, then through the swimming pool, downstairs to the vehicle room, straight to the greenhouse, and finally through this corridor, we should reach the cloister room.
Sounds like a plan. Let's not waste any time. The sooner we reach the cloister room, the sooner we can figure out what's exactly going on here.
Ah, there you are. I've been expecting you. I trust that you're both well?
Who are you?
Why, I'm the Doctor, of course. I understand you're on a mission to reach the cloister room in order to get the TARDIS back up and running. Luckily for you, I happen to know a shortcut.
How do we know you're really the Doctor? You seem different.
Yeah, especially with that new attire you have on. You'd usually have your fedora with you.
Ah, suppose I have. Time changes us all, my friends. But rest assured, I'm still the Doctor that you know and remember.
Could you please give Kreig and I a moment here?
There's something rather funny going on with the Doctor. Not only has his clothes changed, he doesn't even act like him.
I've got the same feeling too. Here's an idea. Why don't we play along with whoever this is, and once we get to the cloister room, we can try and get some answers out of him.
Sounds good.
Are you two going to take very long? Because we have very little time in this ship if we don't get to the cloister room.
Okay, we have finally come to a decision.
You take us through the shortcut, and we can help you with what you need.
Ah, excellent work, you two. Just follow me through here and we'll get there in a jiffy.
All right, Doctor. Lead the way.
Not too far now, my accomplices.
Well, at least we found the Tardis library.
Perhaps we'll find something useful here.
Aye, agreed. Let's split up and search for any clues on how to get the Tardis back on track. Interesting. Perhaps there's a clue in one of these stories about time travel.
I think I found something.
The Tardis manual! That's exactly what we need!
Curious. I thought I lost that book years ago. Like, seriously, who needs instructions when you can just learn from scratch?
Listen to this. In the event of a power surge or destabilization, the Eye of Harmony must be closed off to prevent further damage to the Tardis.
The Eye of Harmony? What's that?
Well, to make it a little bit easier on your human mind, it's what the TARDIS gets its power from. It was originally powered on Gallifrey thousands of years ago. Now the ship gets the power of the Eye of Harmony through an alternative energy source, now with every single eye being placed in every TARDIS. Oh, I should warn you, by closing off the Eye of Harmony, it could be too risky. We can't afford to tamper with such power.
We don't have a choice, Doctor. If we want to save the TARDIS and ourselves, we have to follow the manual's instructions.
We're doing this with or without your help.
But... very well then, my child. Best I warn you, it'll be the end of you. My dear companions, I present to you the cloister.
Doctor, this is a really nice room, but why on earth are there time bats in here?
Oh, that's a good story. For another time.
There must be a way to close off the Eye of Harmony. I just need to find the right procedure.
Skyler, Kreig, listen to me. Keeping the eye open is crucial for the TARDIS's stability. We can't risk destabilizing the power core.
And how do we know we can trust you? You've been acting strangely ever since you walked into the secondary control room, Doctor.
Maybe it's quite simple, really. You're not properly doing it right. I, on the other hand, know what I'm doing, and I will proceed it my way, and none of you will stop me.
I've had enough of this. We're closing off the eye, whether you like it or not.
Oh, I'm afraid it's not that simple, dear Kreig. You see, I have other plans for the Eye of Harmony.
What the hell do you mean?
Oh, you two are so blinded by your ignorance. You all walked into my little trap. For you see, my dear Kreig, I am the entity that is controlling the TARDIS. I am merely inside your poor friend the Doctor's body. For I am the Master, and you shall do as you're told.
The Master?
I see the Doctor hasn't told you about me much. Touché on him.
But how could it be? What the hell have you done with the Doctor? Who are you?
Didn't I tell you, you stupid boy? I've taken over his body. You see, the last time I met the Doctor, I was on the verge of death because I've been suffering from a disease known only as sudden degeneration.
And that's lethal to the Time Lords, is it?
Oh, how very clever you are, Miss Skyler. By the time I reached my previous incarnation, I was getting worse. A blast from a Mondrak's rifle triggered my next regeneration. But by that time, the disease was so bad it caused my entire body to decay into nothing more but a corpse. I managed to find a way by absorbing energy from the time vortex within me. It helped me regain more power than I needed. By now, I became nothing more but an entity, having to jump into one body after another. I did try through multiple forms, but each and every time, they had very little lifespans.
So that's how you managed to break into the TARDIS.
Exactly. And I will die unless I can absorb enough power from the Eye of Harmony so I can obtain this body once and for all.
You aren't gonna be winning this, Master. You're gonna give me back the Doctor's body whether you like it or not.
Your doctor is dead.
What are you doing to him? Let him go, psycho!
If I were to throw you into the eye, you'd be nothing more but an echo for the time vortex, as all of your atoms would slowly disappear. Now then, can we come to some sort of an agreement if I've made myself very clear?
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to you in a million years.
Oh, Christ, you're no fun at all.
Why did you have to kill him, you sick freak?
Don't be such a drama queen. He'll get to live.
How long have you been treating people like voodoo dolls in your games?
Oh, as the Doctor has told you before. I'll explain later.
For goodness sake, just stop this! This isn't fun at all!
Stop. Stop? But the party has only just gotten started.
Doctor?
Oh, for goodness sake, you stupid girl. How many times do I have to tell you? Your doctor is dead. I am what remains. I, the master. And you will obey me.
Oh, well then, you mind telling me what the energy is coming out of your hand for? Any reason?
No. No. This can't be happening. No. No! I think I'm me again. Skyler, are you alright?
Oh, thank goodness, Doctor, you're back.
Oh, you know me. I always have another way out. Do you happen to know where Kreig is?
He got knocked out pretty cold by the Master.
The Master. Just as I suspected. He seemed to use my body to try and trick you into opening the Eye of Harmony. You better try and seal it off before the Tardis gets pulled inside out completely.
Doctor? Look.
You really think it'd be easy to stop me? Due to my body absorbing enough time vortex energy, I've become more powerful than any Time Lord has ever dreamed of.
How can you still be alive? And why does he look like a rotting version of Skeletor?
He's merely what remains of his previous self, only now but a dying form.
The degeneration energy took control of me very badly, especially in my last life. But now, I've become a god. Look upon me now, Doctor. Now, I wield the vortex and I can choose whoever lives or dies. And with the power of your ship, I can use it as a weapon to destroy all that face me. I could wipe out Gallifrey or Earth as a startup, and then the entire universe.
You won't win this, Master. I know you won't.
We may have to find out right here and now. Shall we?
Skyler, I need you to get Kreig to the sick bay and make sure he's alright. I'll find you and I'll let you know. Now hurry, go, now!
Come back here, Doctor. I'm not finished with you yet.
Well, I'm sorry I spoiled your fun, but the games are now over!
Doctor, help me!
It's over, Master. You've lost. I tried to save you with everything that I could, but you took it all for granted.
If you let me go, and if I drag you in, we'll die together.
I'm sorry, Master. It's time that I let you go.
No! Doctor!
Master, I'm sorry for all this. You deserve so much better. But now you can rest forever in the depths of the time vortex.
Doctor, you're back.
Well, the good news is that it's all over now. How's Kreig doing?
It's better now that you're back here, Doctor.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, Kreig.
What do you think happened to the Master, Doctor?
Well, he's gone now. He got stuck in the Eye of Army again. Long story.
Are you sure he's really gone?
Oh, I know the Master. Always finding a way to cause trouble. It wouldn't surprise me if he turned up someday again.
So now that everything is all sorted and calm, we could easily go back to the console room, right?
Well, I think so by this time. Why don't we go have a look? Oh, would you look at that? It's magnificent!
Wow, would you look at that? The TARDIS seems to have redecorated itself. I quite like it, actually.
It's like something out of a steampunk dream.
Seriously, I never would have imagined the TARDIS could look like this.
You happen to enter into the secondary control room, and believe me, there have been multiple consoles over the years. And look what else we have here! A new sonic screwdriver!
That's incredible.
I've never seen anything like it.
I have to say, even after all this, I'm actually quite happy that you got to see a bit of the TARDIS. The ship is more than just a spacecraft. She's alive.
So, is there still any chance you could teach us how to fly the TARDIS?
Maybe a bit of practicing wouldn't be too bad. I'll give it a while before you start to do a bit of driving around her. Personally, I think I like a nice vanilla latte to help refresh myself after what we've been through today.
Yeah, be careful you don't spill it, Doctor.
You know me, Kreig. I wouldn't do that either way.